He already
All right,
set
let
it
me-
onto water.
Oop. Okay, that works because now. Actually, you know what? Were you the one who took most of the cars there?
I took. Well, I escorted 2. James Malding is already calling me out.
Hold on. How should I word this? Wait, hold on. Do we is it the name followed by the car name, or the car name followed by the name? Is it like, no, it's like Sultan Sally. So this is a Maggio, like Oscar. Oliver could be a good one. Is it OMAGGIO?
I think so, yeah.
Well, if it's not, oh well. Ah, perfect. All right. Apparently I'm gonna get dragged into a meeting and hate myself. So, thank you for all the assistance. I do appreciate it. I actually need fuel so bad. Okay. I'm not kidding, by the way. That did it on its own.
So pushing south.
What did you just do?
Sonora Freeway, past East Joshua Intercept.
You
Next
turn the
intercept
car
will be
on
Route
after
68.
20, then we can accelerate a little bit. Oh, and it's downhill from here. Fuck, I can't see my speed.
Pushing
Okay.
south Sonora Freeway, Davenport might have had a stroke.
I don't know, the car was behind me and pitted me.
They're continuing southbound Sonora Freeway.
Chad, I'm actually
Pushing
not
Bolenberg.
kidding, by the way. Yeah.
Southbound Sonora Freeway, VCB, take it.
No, Palomino, take Palomino. We're going Palomino.
Rolled into the fucking
on
gas
Palomino Freeway.
station.
Pulling up.
Holy fuck.
VCB.
You guys need another unit?
Where was the last scene? Turning off on Palomino?
Then we're going southbound Palomino Freeway. On
What's
the
the
turn.
vehicle description?
Sultan.
Black
Black and coloured Sultan.
Holy fuck. Any drama?
Dude, I'm taking Sonora away if you guys are sending it south.
Air One has not
Crossing.
seen it towards the split of Elysian and Olympic.
Hey, it's,
Yeah,
it's turning out. It's turning west 168. We're west 168. They have so much distance. I had to turn. VCB, last seen west 168.
I'm gonna head straight to Sonora.
It could go into Sandy from there as
4x6 is heading through Harmony, code 69.
Is anyone going to Sandy?
440 come.
518 I can.
Alright, I'm just gonna send it west then, towards like Baytree
Oh.
Canyon.
Shake Baytree Canyon, shake the bridges
They can.
underneath.
They can.
Shake
So what you
spots where
saw
they
me
could
doing,
hide.
okay, for context, back in the day, scroll up and scroll down was on and off for cars. I don't know if it's that way by default anymore, but if you don't have your scroll wheel set to that, and also know that it won't let you accelerate until you decelerate past 20, you're not going anywhere. And you will hit a point where your vehicle will just not turn on. Been there, done that.
Big tree was clear.
29, I'm gonna go towards northwest center of Brewing and head towards Grapeseed.
518 is code 6ing the desert trailers.
Please.
Someone just came out eastbound on Route 68. Was it clear to the west? Okay.
Hi.
Hmm. Need to pee. Why are they over there? Wait, where? Oh, they're in this office.
The enemy of the state will not have statute of limitations.
Hi, Roads.
Hey,
Hello.
You want me to get off of your
drop
seat,
the one-liner.
man?
you can sit there, Carmen. You can sit there.
Thank you.
I'll sit over
I
here.
like this. I like this. She gets
You
me
can drop the
wings like
bombshell,
Icarus.
Moss.
Okay. Hey.
You should take a seat for
Rhodes.
this, Rhodes. You should take a seat for this.
Okay, I guess.
It's above my pay grade.
Hey.
Hey.
So it's shift 3 yesterday. Decided to be cutesy and go to the shift 3 meeting. And, through a series of unfortunate events, we were court ordered to violate Silas's rights last night.
We were court ordered?
Yeah.
To violate someone's rights?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's right on the docket.
Okay, what was asked of us?
We were asked to extend an investigative hold past the 72-hour mark, which goes against legislation. So pretty sure he's being held right now, and he's not supposed to be held, but we were ordered to do it. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think he should actually be in prison right now, I'll be honest with you.
If the order came from the DOJ, the people who determine these things, like, why'd that fall on us?
What do you mean?
Well, how do I best explain this? If the people who are in charge of, how do I word this? Let me. Okay, who sent him or held him longer?
So I believe it was Opal and Mike Blunt, the marshal, that are overseeing all this. And Opal was the one that initially requested the extension of his investigative hold. And it was approved up to 72 hours.
What was the original time and what was the extension?
24 hours and then 48 hours.
So it was clarified that the extension is for 48 for a total of 72?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So then after that extension was approved, the bail conditions for Silas were posted on the docket. they were kind of going back and forth for scheduling for that. And Elizabeth Gates said that she wasn't. It was a scheduling conflict, so she scheduled the bail hearing for today, which is past the 72-hour mark. And she said on the docket, his bail is extended until the bail hearing, or his hold is extended until the bail hearing. The issue is that he was put on an investigative hold, and in legislation, it specifically states you cannot extend an investigative hold past 72 hours.
Well, I mean, I guess this is going to be an argument of semantics, because is that an extension of the investigative hold, or is this a separate hold? I don't even know if the DOJ can, but a hold pretty much on behalf of the DOJ, however they want to structure that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's kind of what needs to be clarified.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, we're just letting you guys know. We're just letting you guys know, so this isn't like surprise Pikachu if we get sued over this, which I don't.
Oh, he's 100% gonna sue with the way he was talking last night.
Oh yeah, I think we're okay because we were acting on a court order.
Yeah,
but Elizabeth Gate might be fucked.
I mean, it comes down to what Opal says, what Opal requested too, right?
It also, it's difficult because the two people that are mainly involved with this aren't around right now.
Let's see.
But Silas was very sure that basically we were fucking up extending his hold.
Interesting. Oh gosh. I mean, I can definitely see. Okay, I think at the end of the day, obviously based on legislation, it's not ideal. But again, it's solely going to come down to semantics and how that hold extension. We can say it's an extension of the hold, when realistically it could be investigative hold end as at the end of that 72-hour period, and then whatever. I don't know what judges have in terms of the ability to hold people, or if they even have that ability, but if they do, then they certainly need to clarify to not only cover their ass, but like the thing is, we can't.
On our end, that hold, it was specifically referenced as an investigative. So Elizabeth Gates needs to figure out the stuff on her end, because on our end, it was an investigative hold.
And on our end, they were going to be released.
Well, it wasn't after that. He was free to walk out of there. He didn't have any more time.
Yep.
He stayed and he called me and he was like, I got a question about legislation. And I think he's doing all of this on purpose because he could have just walked out.
Oh, 100%. There's not a doubt in my mind. And correct me if I'm wrong, but okay, so when I got on duty, DOC, which is very uncommon to have DOC during shift 3, but there was an instance where they 13 alpha'd when I was getting on duty, and I was told that had happened multiple times earlier in the shift. And I was also told it was Silas. And I was also told that it sounded like DOC were, I'm not going to say poking the bear, but it didn't sound like they were all that innocent.
That's what Stansfield does, and he's been done it for months. He actively, in front of us, asked us to look away so he could beat him with a nightstick while he was in cuffs.
Oh.
Damn!
Yeah, I don't fuck with that.
These are all concerns
but also,
I raised with Yui, but they hired him back, so.
Carmine, let's be honest, bud, you've done way worse.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
I mean, it was legal for you to do way worse. Not that it makes it okay morally, but I mean,
bro, what's the guy's name? Maybe he's one of mine. Maybe he's one of mine who fell through the crack.
Stansfield's in DOC because PD fired him. He'll happily tell you that story.
So, like I was saying, we need to speak to Opal because basically what could have happened is after the raid, she could have asked the judges to change it to the hag hold. Unfortunately, we're not able to extend people's time if they're sleeping in their cells. So
Right.
that might be another issue. That might be the reason why you got called up there.
Got it. Okay.
I think we
And
just need to
then
speak to Opal and get
and then
some
Moss,
clarification on things.
you specifically believe he's doing this very intentionally to essentially provoke a lawsuit.
That's how it appears. I mean, the way that he kind of went about everything, and you know that like saying, don't ask the questions you don't already know the answer to.
Uh-huh.
I think he very much knew that if he was on an investigative hold, he could not be held past that 72-hour mark.
Hmm.
Would he be made aware of the type of hold he's on? What if we're giving him too much credit? He has no idea.
He
knew.
knew he was on an investigative hold. He spoke to it multiple times.
Oh shit.
He also did say to us, "I was a lawyer."
I mean, so I'm looking at a specific portion here, which does mention bail conditions, and that judges can conduct bail hearings and set terms based on the seriousness of the offense and the likelihood of failure to appear. I question if like that's gonna be tossed in as like,
so
well, we were holding him because the likelihood of him not appearing high.
So the main thing, right, is that we were going back and forth. Oh, could this have been transitioned to like a hag hold or something? Like maybe when like the bail conditions were posted, and the fact that his charges were posted back in July. That's
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
What?
His charges were posted in July?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was only called.
Then there isn't a doubt in my mind with the writing of what I just said that Gates isn't going to try to claim it was under essentially the portion of bail conditions or setting it up given the likelihood of them failing to appear given they've escaped custody for however many months.
In cars and planes and boats.
But that was obviously stopped. But the justification is, I mean, it's no different than our job, right? In our job, even if the end result is exactly the same, if you don't justify it the appropriate way, or if you like make up in your mind a roundabout way to justify what you've already done, it's wrong, right? Like it needs to be your exact thought process in that moment, because otherwise, hindsight's 20/20. You start changing your story afterwards, and that's no longer the truth.
Yeah.
In this case, it's going to come down to how they're going to pretty much articulate why it was legal for them to do so. But straight up, that's a call for the DOJ, not us.
Yeah. No, I think that it's ultimately the DOJ that is going to have to deal with this. But we bring this up because you know how these things go. We're going to get dragged into this too. They're probably going to sue us as well. Or at the very least, Remy and myself and the other people that were there are going to be called as witnesses.
Oh,
and
wait.
when we go up on the stand, we will tell them, yeah, we stood in a circle for 30 minutes and thought that we were probably violating that guy's rights by following through with this court order.
Wait, I actually, so looking here at what Gates said, she said, entering as presiding, Mr. Morano, I'm assuming you wish to contest the state requesting no bail. If so, please post availability for a bail hearing. I'd like to get this scheduled for the next 24 to 36 hours. Hold is extended till bail is settled. I am going to be honest
the court
here.
Order.
Right, but it wasn't the investigative
just
hold that was extended. And they didn't clarify what kind of hold. So it's been left vague. But think about this. Wait, hold on. I guess that this does come back down to the charges.
It is in writing. On the extension that Opal requested, it does specifically say investigative hold. And it was, I believe, approved by Sean Danielson as an investigative hold.
Wait, okay, but the post from
That
The
was
post
like
from
2
Gates?
days before Gates said the investigative hold was approved 2 days before Gates extended the hold herself.
Yes, yeah. But that hold was valid. And then his time was up. He was still in custody. Then Gates at some point said, I'm going to be the one presiding over this. I'm assuming you want to contest the no bail, and I want to get the schedules for 24 to 36 hours. Hold is extended till bail is settled, right? That's the timeline?
Yeah, I believe when she said that, his investigative hold was still active. And then when he called last night, it had lapsed at that point. Like nobody had renewed the hold. And that's
Got it.
why
But did he call specifically because Gates had indicated that the hold is extended and he just wanted to make sure?
He called asking about legislation because he knew that the 72-hour hold was up and he knew it was still an investigative. Like at that time, he was still aware that it was just an investigative hold.
Yeah, well, I
So
mean,
he was
when that got
questioning
extended.
legislation.
So how long did we hold him for on the subsequent hold from, per DOD, like Gates instructions?
We put him for another 24, so he'd be in there definitely till his trial later today. His bail hearing.
Got it. Okay. And the bail hearing is scheduled?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
7 p.m. tonight or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I think... Oh, gosh. This is kind of messy. So, like, to avoid this, what would the solution have been? Like, the immediate posting and, like, pushing for a hag hold?
Yes. I believe that if it had originally been requested as a hag hold, all of this would have probably been avoided because in the legislation, it does say that hag holds are 12 hours or can be extended upon a justice's approval, and there is no there's no like cap on that.
A hack hold is 24 hours now, by the way, not 12.
Doesn't it say in legislation 12? I don't know. Okay, 24 hours. But there's no cap on a hag hold. There is a cap on an investigative hold.
Oh, I'm going to be honest. Just to clarify, the charges were already up since it was a docket post. I'm going to be real. I actually think this is a non-issue. Just based on the fact that Gates is a justice and obviously very clearly no longer than 24 hours unless extended by justice approval. Straight up.
And you're probably right that it is semantics. Like
But it comes down to how it's going to be articulated. I don't think there's anything aside from Gates maybe being a little more clear regarding the type of hold, because let's be honest, everyone's going to run under the assumption it was an extension of the investigative hold. But if we have stuff on the docket, that's not necessarily to say that everything is concluded, but we certainly have enough. And then the whole, determining whether or not there's enough PC for hag-related charges, like that's entirely judge-related stuff. I actually think nothing comes of this because Gates will go up in front of a panel of whoever and state the exact legislation regarding hag stuff. This does reference a hag-related charge, and then she's going to be cleared, and there's nothing that comes of it. That's my TLDR. My assumption, at least.
Doesn't the request have to come in from the prosecution, though? She can't just... we have to be the one that suggests what type of hold we want, right? They're all referrals, and then the judges determine whether it's approved or not.
Citizens who are charged with heinous acts with sufficient probable cause will be held for a period no longer than 24 hours pending arraignment, unless extended by justice approval. And citizens who are charged with a heinous act must be afforded the opportunity of bail pending trial.
Approval. So would that mean if
well,
Opal...
she is a justice, though.
Yeah, but they have to approve it. They can't just do it. It has to come from the prosecution, right? Or am I misunderstanding?
I don't think you're misunderstanding. I think this is a how do I word this properly? I think this is going to be an argument of, well, I was sent in on a hold for investigative stuff, and then it was extended. But realistically, it was not technically extended. There was a new hold because, from my understanding, he was able to get out, but likely didn't as a result of what Gates said, would be my assumption.
What if Opal says that she didn't request a hag hold? That she just wanted...
Well, hold on. That's not really... A hag charge is a hag charge. That's, like, out of our hands, is it not?
I guess it's also going to come down to semantics on the hag hold front, because he's going to state the point he would have been charged with. It would have been when the charges originally hit the docket back in July. It's going to turn into a whole fucking semantics thing.
Well, did he ever...
He did reference that last night, that he specifically referenced that.
Did he ever have a day in court referencing any of these conditions?
Your man's outside.
That's going to be tonight.
I know, but if he didn't have this before, then he's kind of shooting himself in the foot.
Can I come in, honey?
It's just
Hold
we've
on,
actively
hold on.
been told that if we've actively been told if we post a hag up there, even if we don't have him in custody, to bail them. But they've chosen to bail him at this point, so it's going to turn into a weird semantics thing.
Yeah, I think there are perspectives you can view this from that make things look very skewed and not ideal, but I think most people are going to have a general understanding of the intent behind the hold. Again, especially with him having had these charges up for however long it's been, months. I don't see the I don't necessarily see a rights violation here, just based on how it's written, in addition to it being approved by a justice. Now, in saying that, if Gates decides to somehow drop the ball and articulate it very poorly, then yeah, it could be a rights violation. But I think even then, like, when we did it on behalf of the DOJ, we were operating in good faith. And hell, let him sue us. And at that point, maybe we need to just argue some good faith exception in situations like this where we're instructed to do so by the DOJ.
I wasn't risking a felony, violating a court order for something that I may not agree with, but was ordered to do.
We weren't even
Wait,
involved
Bill,
with this.
hold
we were
on.
just there.
Bill, have you said anything?
Yeah, I have, and you're pretty much on par with what I was thinking.
Oh, well, your mouth was moving. I didn't hear you. I just didn't know if I couldn't hear you.
No,
He's been doing that all
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bill. I'm
That's
sorry. That's
the
so
Twitch.
insensitive of me.
I get it. It's fine.
I apologize.
I understand.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it is what it is. We're gonna see what ends up on our desk when it arrives there. I will say, looking at counsel already, it's gonna be an interesting one. It's going to be interesting.
Bill Major's High Commander.
Hi,
Hey, honey.
Commander.
What?
It's Commander Mace to you.
You didn't show him the SOPs?
No, I didn't get the opportunity.
Well, hey, now that both of you are here and I've been trying to call you, you have 2 months of my call logs, sir, in your documents from Judge Grayson.
You did the bonus too?
I gave text messages, call logs, and here, hold on. Let
Yeah,
me
I saw
find
them.
them.
What about your bona fides, sir?
My what?
Your bona fides, Bill.
What are those?
It'll be fine.
Well, let's have this conversation in private.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I don't want your hair.
All right.
I'm a married man.
What did you just do?
Well, no.
Thank
I didn't mean it like
guys.
that. I
No
meant so you guys can
problem.
go through everything.
Oh,
Turkeys
guys.
are on there too.
Guys, I'm relieved. I came in here expecting, like, Fred murdered someone. This was like a 1.5 on a scale of 1 to 10.
All right. Well, I have to drop a case. I have to just ask for a summary judgment and see how big of a we have to pay out the person.
But who? What? Why?
It is so fucking messy.
Okay,
Is it the Sloan stuff?
Yeah, it's the Sloan stuff. So, this cop, Jacob Spector. According to what's her name?
Wait, is this when he went through a trunk?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, we're
I'm gonna be real.
Brandy Lynn says he's not going to show up anymore.
He's not showing up to the
anything.
Why?
Work, anything. And he destroyed the recording that they're asking for.
Why?
Who's this?
Have we fired him?
Jacob Spector.
No,
no, Cred's going to.
We need to reach out to him. We can't.
Yes, we have.
We need to charge him for evidence tampering.
Yeah, hold up. Whoa. Hold on.
I gotta. Yeah.
Let's split this from the LSPD. He was rogue. He went rogue. Let him be sued personally.
I'm throwing Knight under the bus too because Knight's failing to cooperate with the court order on this case.
What's the court order?
Okay, so this is where it gets fucked up. So, Pred pissed off Weiss before I entered this case. Which isn't a big shock. So Weiss orders that any communication, text message, email, or anything regarding this case and search warrants and the validity needs to be entered as evidence. So say I text Mr. Dark and go, hey, have you heard about subpoena number, blah, 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 blah. I now have to enter that into evidence. So just by texting Knight and saying, hey, I need to talk to you about this case so I can get evidence, I have to enter that in as evidence. It's so messed up and messy, and this cop is not cooperating. The only cop who is cooperating, even in the slightest on it, is Brandy Lynn. So,
that is a lot of evidence to submit. So
I know, it's horrible.
Wow, that's so. Oh God.
So I think at this point, it's better to just ask for a summary judgment, say these are the mitigating factors of why the punitive damages shouldn't be $5 million, and let the court decide. Otherwise, it's going to be a huge mess.
Who's this case under on the docket?
It is civil. Kane West versus LSPD.
I just broke Kane.
Kayn. I'm going to be honest, when this situation was originally presented to me, I began to think that despite legislation not technically being followed, which is in a voluntary raid situation, you have to get a contract and whatnot, I think it would be difficult for them to argue any notable damages because they had already stated, like, number one, nothing was taken, but two, they already stated that they would voluntarily let them go and then retracted that, sure, but like...
But I can't even get proof of that text message saying that we had consent.
Was it done via text?
Correct. So what happened was they
wait,
to
subpoena,
the scene to,
subpoena the shit,
which isn't signed.
No. I mean, the text where
the text went to Jacob Spector.
Okay, so we subpoena his phone for that time period. At this point, fucking evidence tampering. I don't know.
Whoa, this is the director we're talking about, right?
Wow.
No. Spector.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one who fucked up. If Spector is unwilling to cooperate, are we certain he received a text message with permission?
Yes.
Okay.
And he had the one revoking permission as well.
Okay.
My baby boy Spectre. He's
now
here's the dark side.
Well, listen, I don't care what happened in any of this. If we have an officer willing to like not willing to do wrong, obviously something went wrong here, right? It is what it is. We deal with it. But specifically being unwilling to do any follow-up to the situation, not showing up, not anything. There hasn't existed a blacklist, but he gonna be the first one.
He hasn't been on duty since. Sorry, he was on duty 1 day since this incident. Honestly, I think he's scared for his life because he fucked up.
It's not that serious.
I know.
This case
I
is
know.
not that serious.
We've reached out via email, text message, everything, and no response. Even Brandy Lynn has tried.
I don't understand.
I don't either. But now I got a new motion that I have to deal with. So.
Well.
Can I offer a suggestion?
Go ahead.
Well, so this is the Spectre case where you raided someone without a sign warrant, right?
Yeah.
So he fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And we all agree on that. Well,
Yep.
if he fucks up, that's LSPD fucking up, right? So we all know it's wrong. So if he's acting up, why don't we just pay it?
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm gonna put in a motion asking for summary judgment, saying we agree there was
but that's
wrongdoing. The mitigating factors are that we can't get a hold of marshals who have evidence. We can't get a hold of the officer involved, and that will be dealt with internally, and just pretty much
Correct me if
beg
I'm
for their
wrong.
forgiveness.
We can settle out of court, can't we?
Well, hold on, guys. There's typically an important aspect to sue the department, which is like, if procedurally we like normalize or tell people to do something a specific way, that would be grounds for an entire department to be sued, right? But in a situation where we have not provided that instruction, why don't we just throw him under the fucking bus?
Yeah, but he was employed by us. Shit.
Even if he were to be employed by us, he did this on his own accord. And we didn't instruct him.
There's more to it. He was on duty. Not just that, there were other officers that were conducting the raid with him. What about their involvement?
Okay, well, devil's advocate to throwing him under the bus. I agree with it, but what happens if he's like holed up in Crusader Hospital in a hospital bed or something, and we don't know, and we just destroy everything? Oh, speaking of Brandy, here, hold on.
Not just
Hey,
just
ma'am,
that.
how are you?
You guys made this guy fucking high command. We need to talk about that. What the fuck is that,
Okay,
man?
can you actually come?
Why
to
did
the
you
chief's
think
office?
I woke up one day and Bill was my boss.
Amazing,
Or
thank
Bill
you.
was my
Bye.
boss.
He has no law enforcement experience. Hi, Bill.
Hey,
So
I don't go on the streets, sir.
He's not a prostitute.
I'm a desk cop.
Even more reason to not have the high command rank.
Well, then
most
how am I
high command
supposed to
people
sign
are
subpoenas
like-
and warrants?
Yeah, you can just be a soldier for that. You just be commander.
Well, I want to say, if we
We
do
think these went
decide,
with the piercings that Albert King gave me. It just looks better.
it looks good on you. I want
Yeah,
to
it does.
circle
Clashes with your
back.
skin.
I want to circle back to the Spectre throwing him under the bus. There were other officers that all had access to the warrant as well that didn't do their due diligence. So if we do say, hey, he wasn't following procedure, what about all the other officers? Are we throwing them
Come
under
on
the bus
in,
as
Brandy.
well?
Okay. Here's what I think. I actually think this case is an opportunity to potentially get common law regarding legal concepts that exist elsewhere. Like
Qualified immunity for one.
well, no, immunity exists.
We have that.
Who's out there?
Oh,
come on in, come in.
That's
Come on in.
So Brandy can though speak to how
So-
she's been trying to get a hold of Spectre.
So
and-
before that, though, before that, I mean, do we put up a fight regardless and try to get? Well, actually, we can't if Spectre specifically isn't there. Okay, Brandy, go on. Sorry.
Well, I was still sifting through my texts because I was gonna go through all of them thoroughly, and I did like half last night, and then half I was doing just
I've
now.
had to pee for so long.
And then I just found like a text regarding the case. It's nothing bad. It's just like because of the court order or whatever. But
Yeah.
I emailed Spectre. I don't know if I'll be seeing from him.
Yeah,
I think
I
it's
got
more
tagged
likely
on that
than
this
not.
morning. Motion to compel. What do they want us to give them? From what I know,
Everything.
there's
So
nothing. What do we even have?
every text message ever that has spoken about this, every email,
I-
everything.
So I'm a witness because I got a phone call. That's it. Like,
Oh well, I need a copy of that to submit.
I don't even know what day it was.
Yeah, that's the problem with this order. But
Why
unfortunately,
isn't
Fred pissed
my
off Weiss.
testimony that first of all, like I'm the one who called Barrett and was like, "Hey, I got a call. This happened. We need to get this sorted." I mean, I don't know how to get. I guess I'll have
You
to
might
get
have to
my
subpoena your own record, yeah.
It was it happened on October 2nd. I know that for a fact.
But why isn't Bean included in any of it? Because Bean is the one who was made aware and like signed the warrant and da da da. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was the sergeant that signed off on the search warrant.
There's no signatures on any of the warrant though.
Well,
Yeah,
that's because they'd had to get unlocked. I
Right.
think
Bean
it had to get
signed it.
unlocked.
I'm not saying that makes him guilty of anything. I'm just saying he had a little more context than even I did, I think, because he called me and was like, they fucked up. And then Spectre called me and said, I fucked up.
And then Brandy said he ain't shout. Brandy, what'd he say? What'd he say?
Wait,
Spill the tea.
Well, I don't really know how to word it.
What do you mean he's not showing up?
I feel like I'm gonna word it like this. I feel like it's more likely than not that he will not show up.
Is this because he was demoted like Jack for fucking up? Like,
I don't know.
That show's gonna be handled soon.
I'm not sure, but I've tried. I don't think we will get to it. The last time I saw him, it was like for like 20 minutes at one of the meetings last week, and he was just he came to the
meeting.
Never went on duty though.
Okay, I don't. So here's the thing. You know, it's the time of year where things come up for people. It is what it is. I don't want to assume the worst, but I will make it very clear. If he is willingly choosing to not show up and participate in any of this, despite the fuck up being on his end, again, there doesn't exist a PD blacklist, but he will be number one. I can't stress that enough. Listen, people make mistakes. We're human. It doesn't matter how embarrassing the mistake is. You have to own up to it, right?
I'm gonna reach out to him.
If it's something beyond his control, that's one thing. If it's a choice he's willingly making, that's a different thing altogether.
Yeah.
So
Fred already stated anyone who willingly doesn't cooperate with this and gathering of evidence is just gone. I'm supposed to just let them know and they're gone. But I don't want to jump to that conclusion because, like I said, who knows if this guy's like held up in Crusader Hospital and we don't know he's there. He's a John Doe or something, right? Like, there could be so much going on that we don't know.
Bill, do you technically have a bar license?
As an officer, yes. Officers inherently have bar licenses.
You have a separate one.
Can you claim? Can you claim your conversations regarding this are privileged information?
Yeah.
Oh wow! It sounds like you don't have to turn anything over.
Well, that's what I told Brandy last night. I go, like, because she had said, I don't think I have anything on my phone. If she just tells me no, and I told her this several times, no, I don't have anything else on my phone. She doesn't have to go through months of text messages. I told her this.
What would she have on her phone anyway?
I mean,
I'm
it's
pretty
nothing.
sure it was all Spectre.
I texted Arjun about it. This is just regarding the whole case, even the drug stuff.
Okay.
Arjun phone subpoenaed Kane West because we saw him on the phone during the chase. I texted him that Merc was the one he called. Mercury Frost was the one he called during the chase because I compared it to the time of the phone call to the time of when the incident went up. And that's the only call within the last like couple of hours. So it had to have been he was calling Mercury Frost. That's all I texted Arjun. And then Spectre, he's texted me vehicles have been locked down, I think, while I was on the phone with someone else probably during the day of the raid. I don't have a date for these texts. I just have, it says a month ago on my phone. And then he told me to post evidence photos. I don't know what that's in regards to, if it's in regards to this or not, because I didn't take any evidence photos. It was him documenting.
Okay, between us, wasn't there a selfie that Miller posted on Twitter that I overheard?
Yeah, that was Miller.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Jesus fuck.
That's
It
not.
just
Yeah.
kept getting worse. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why I think
this
we
is
just cut our
bad, but it's
losses.
not. Yeah, it's bad, but it's not that bad. They searched one trunk. They found nothing. They stopped before they did anything else. We let his lawyer know. We tried to settle outside of court, but Pred wasn't getting back to Barrett fast enough. So Barrett's like, I'm just gonna put it on the fucking docket, and so he did. So now that's why it's bigger than what it should have been.
What was the timing between them giving permission for the raid or the you know, the voluntary thing, the time that they looked versus the time it was revoked? I know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because they're required to essentially make a contract, but I think for the purpose of mitigating damages, it's important to identify, you know, because let's assume hypothetically it happened during the time when they gave permission. While yes, it was technically wrong, I don't think they have an argument for many damages.
I think it was within an hour, right, Brandy, from the time that the interrogation happened to Barrett saying, "Oh, you can go inside the house he lives at. He'll give you permission." And then you guys freaked out about that. Again, this is all
Well, he
third
was
party. I
no,
was told after.
he gave us permission for his vehicles and such.
Right.
But he at the same time he was also giving us permission to raid Kane West's girlfriend's
Right,
house.
but when
his
did
girlfriend's house?
But then the raid took place about an hour later, right? Within an hour. It was all within.
I'm not sure. I'm not. I need Spectre stacks. Like it
I'm
was
pretty sure it was that close though, Rhodes, because again, I did get a phone call and I did see that, you know, when I saw that Miller, Brandy, and Spectre were doing an interrogation, I did look to see who was here at the PD and I saw Knight and I was like, you know, they have somebody to ask questions to. And then Miller did say that, or Miller or Spectre did say that he was answering questions for them. So I assumed he was guiding.
Yeah, he was our oversight,
Right.
but then he had to go off duty.
But here's the problem. Now, as a marshal, he is refusing to cooperate with me or anybody and talk about this so I can gather information for evidence.
Yeah, he witnessed him, Arjun, and Miller witnessed the whole interrogation. They were in the observation room. I don't know if any other people stepped in or out though during it.
When did Barrett pull back the "you don't have the right to search his cars"? Do you remember? Brandon?
It was I genuinely don't know.
Before
don't
he
know
left
if it
interrogation,
was-
right?
No, it was a text after they had left.
Oh,
that
wait.
he was
Okay,
sent out.
so... Oh, but the issue is we're not going to know where that text lies in the series of events and whether or not it was before or after the trunk actually went.
Exactly, and it would be hearsay because the
looked at.
person's not here to talk to about it.
Again, I was eyeing this case because originally, again, there are still two legal concepts that I want written down on paper in the common law legislation, which is there being a good faith exception, but additionally, like in this case, an inevitable discovery sort of exception.
Spectre probably texted Miller the photo of the evidence, by the way, as well. So Miller might have the photo of, because when he was documenting the car, Miller shoved me, so I shoved him back, and in the middle while Spectre was documenting, it was caught in between. It's also in the raid receipt. So
Okay, just a reminder.
I don't
for everyone in this room.
it's in reports.
I
report 33298.
I don't care what y'all do. Okay, keep a private fucking report, a notepad, something. Text a friend at the time that events are occurring, a fucking letter, and on your little notepad put that A meant this. Okay, this happened, so that we can have at least some kind of noted like, all right, well, this happened at this time. Because I think we continuously run into situations where everything is so convoluted that we don't really know the proper timeline that things have happened, because we typically, you know, in a raid, we'll gather people together while someone's in custody. If the warrant's signed, we'll then go to the property. We'll go through the stuff. Then we'll have to go through vehicles. Everything's being shoved in trunks. But like the actual timeline of things is not easy to follow without anything like that documented. Because like, again, we don't have sort of any rough estimate as to time frame regarding when the refusal, or not the refusal, but the revocation of permission happened versus when the trunk, or not the trunk, but when the vehicle is pulled out, right? So that presents a whole issue because, again, if it happened within the time period, like, while yes, it's still wrong, they can't sit there and claim they want $5 million fucking dollars when
it wasn't
they
before the
gave
text.
permission.
There's no way it was before the text. That's why he went through with the warrant.
And here's the additional thing. Was Spectre aware that permission was revoked?
Oh.
Yeah, he told us. I
Well-
don't know when this happened.
Hold on.
I couldn't
Without
tell you
Spectre
when.
here, we could definitely cast that, but
Hello?
I don't with Spectre. I think he would.
Hey, Rhodes is right here.
100%. I remember him
I'm
pulling
in,
out
I'm
his
in a
phone
meeting
and
right now. Is
saying,
this important?
Shit.
Craig
It's just quick.
uh,
Stubble's
revoked
asking
the
how long until his
consent to
application
raid.
is answered.
But I think
Until I won't have that answer, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't have that answer right now. There's kind of a
Understood.
lot going on. I do apologize.
Sounds good. Thank you.
No problem. Bye.
That the Connor Stubble.
Yes.
working G6.
Yep. He's also doing security for the mayor.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, well
so
then-
just to clarify here, when you say Spectre was aware, was he fully aware before he went through this person's vehicle, or did he acknowledge that he received this text message afterwards? You know what I mean?
right.
Like if I had a
couldn't tell you
conversation
the
with you
timeline.
2 hours after saying, yeah, they revoked permission, like that doesn't mean in the moment he was aware, and that heavily plays into damages. Like, while yes,
Okay,
it still
so
happened, mitigating
what I'll
factors are
do-
important.
If you want me to fight this, what I'll do, I'll call Brandy as a witness. I can pretty much, I'll call Spectre as a witness too. I'll throw him under the bus. I'll get Brandy to say pretty much exactly what she just said. That's going to be about the only way we can make it through this. Because right now they
Without
gave me-
him, straight up, like, we're fucked.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no
That's
breaking
why I
it
was
down any
thinking-
other way.
That's why I was thinking just cut it dry and be like, is this Matt Rhodes' butt that you took a picture of, Brandy?
No, no, no.
What?
I was going,
What?
well, I was going. Well, why'd you say that in front of his husband?
You sent it
I
to
was going
me.
through
I
me
need
text
to
last
Dark
night.
Seriously.
I was going through me text last night while we were talking, and I was going through it like Rhodes' name popped up, so I was just going through those, and I looked at one of the pictures, and I forgot I had taken a picture of his butt, and he was looking plump, and I texted him the picture and said
Dark, it's
bubble
okay.
butt.
Just breathe.
I was aware that this happened.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He
Send it
said
to me
I
at
do
least,
look thick.
Honey, I did want to print this out. However, I couldn't find a big enough number one
straight.
printer, but poster board to put it on.
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't wait? Listen, I know that Pred was being Pred, but now that, as much as I don't want to say it, now that we have Bill here acting as a representative, we could send Bill in to try and, just be like, let's settle out a court for like $1 million or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't think they get anywhere near that amount. We opened a
the
trunk.
only thing they have
Yeah,
is punitive
It was
damages.
an honest
that's it.
mistake. Yeah, it wasn't like he was doing it in malice like that. There's those things you got to look
Yeah,
at.
but
right?
we can't even prove that, unfortunately, with him not.
Well, I'm
not
yeah, I'm
willing to-
trying to reach out to him.
Yeah, I mean
Why-
that's
hold
best
on.
case scenario.
Okay, hold on. Is there a way?
Me
to
calling Barrett though,
subpoena-
guys, that I called Barrett immediately. So
Yeah,
that
we
and
told
Barrett knows
Maxwell
that.
immediately
I
when we realized
immediately
what
called
we did.
Barrett and said they fucked up. And he was like, "Oh, after the interrogation, what do you mean they fucked up?" And I was like, "They fucked up. Like, we need to talk this out." Because I know Barrett, he likes to settle out of court. Again, it didn't get settled soon enough, and that's why he went to court. Otherwise, it would have been settled out.
Actually, I'm just going to post a motion to compel his text message log showing that he revoked consent. Therefore, we had consent, and the issue of the non-signed subpoena goes out the window. Because what's he going to do? Is he going to sit there and testify and then leave his client high and dry to find a new lawyer to represent and question Barrett as well? Or,
Suppose it depends on the timing, doesn't it?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry, I
Brandy.
didn't. I'm sorry.
I question if a judge
It's
would
just a muscle
force us to
spasm,
go
it's fine.
down the other route of getting those records or getting a subpoena rather for the recipient specifically to avoid there being like, potential things that come up in a subpoena referencing unrelated stuff, specifically privileged conversations.
Yeah. Okay, I won't throw the towel in on it yet. I'll keep going.
I mean, I definitely think it's worth arguing. Doing it would be drastically easier with Spectre. Can we
Spectre, I could win this all day long.
Yeah, we need Spectre. Again, I'm going to make this very clear from the start. I like
just emailed
Spectre.
him.
He fucked up. If he is able to be around and specifically opts to not be around and wants to throw his career away, that's fine. That is on him. We'll take the repercussions. We'll do whatever we need to do to mitigate damages. But I can assure you he will never be in PD ever again. No questions asked. Because I'm not having anyone with the mindset of I fucked up and I don't want to, see this through. Like, man, we all fuck up. None of us are immune from that.
I mean, prime examples right in front of you guys.
It's confusing to me because he was like wanting to become a senior, and then that happened, and then he just stopped coming on duty.
He's capable. Like he's genuinely capable in so many different capacities. Like now, again, could we be jumping to conclusions? Possibly. Again, it's that time of year where people can get quite busy back at home. So I don't want to assume the worst. I just know if it is being done sort of, I don't necessarily want to word it maliciously, that's an absolute no-go, like at all. Like straight up. That's no bueno.
Brady, can you send me an email and just say what it is you can't say?
Oh my god. Better be a group email.
I got a question, Roach.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm the odd one out again. But is the only reason we're fighting this to mitigate damages against the department?
No, I think this is actually winnable. Again, when I first heard this came simultaneous to the like typo Espino's case that I heard about. And I was thinking to myself, these two cases present two great opportunities to fight in court and argue, again, two legal concepts that exist elsewhere. Inevitable discovery, which is we were going to find this anyways, so it doesn't really matter. And then the second one, there being a good faith exception for the execution of warrants that are then deemed not valid afterwards.
Yeah, but I thought the warrant wasn't signed.
Correct. But in this case specifically, it would have been the inevitable discovery.
But they also had consent.
They granted, they had consent and then pulled it back.
I didn't know about that until you guys started talking about it. All I heard was, Spectre executed warrant without the signature, but consent changes.
Well, the issue with like voluntary raids, and I think this is going to be something that a lot of older cops may not realize, is the whole like contract portion. But straight up, like what people have to do in these situations is look at the piece of legislation that they're utilizing. If they're looking for search and seizure stuff, they need to look at that legislation and read it thoroughly so that they don't fuck up. I don't care how experienced you are as an officer with it. Stuff changes. Legislation gets introduced pretty frequently, might I add. And so people just need to reference it when it's being utilized. That way we can avoid mistakes like this. And again, I'm not going to sit like, well, yes, he got demoted. It's not the end of the world.
Maxwell, do you want me to write up a subpoena that you can sign for your records?
Yeah, that'd be great. What I'm doing right now is looking at all the. This happened on October 2nd, by the way. Yeah. So the date is October 2nd.
Well, to be fair, Maxwell, no offense, ma'am, but I'm just gonna ignore the fact that you told me you have stuff in your phone logs about this, because if we're gonna take the angle that Rhodes is talking about, we're not gonna need it. So.
Well, hold on. Who texted you, Maxwell?
Nobody texted. Wait, did I text? Hold on, I can
She
check
was
right
talking
now.
to Barrett.
I was talking to Barrett.
Then I would not ignore that, because Barrett might specifically speak up and say, well, this wasn't provided, and they're acting in bad faith.
Yeah,
Let me try
and
to
I
find.
can see him being
tell you
that
the
pity.
first text that day.
Of course you will.
God dang.
Hey, when